What is going on? So it is Tuesday morning. It is 10:54 in the morning. And this is a double update for Star Wars Endgame and Beyvox, A Star Wars Story. So for Endgame, I'm up to 69 pages with 29,281 words. And Beyvox Excerpt number 5 is up to 6 pages typed with 1,402 words. So I worked on Endgame for 23 minutes, and I worked on Beyvox for 2 hours and 55 minutes. So around about 3 hours and 20 something minutes or so. So I'll do Endgame. Endgame, I struggled with that because it just, it wasn't clicking and then it started to click. And I just felt discouraged. Like when it started to pick up speed, a plot point for Beyvox popped up in my head. So I wrote it down. And then I decided to just roll with writing on Beyvox after that. Because I was like, if I'm not really feeling Endgame, let me just work on Beyvox. Because it's nice when random excerpts pop up. I've said that before, because then that helps me. That gives me further territory to just, copy and paste down the road when I come around to that content. So that was nice. Yeah, but in Endgame, the thing that I liked the most was the last paragraph I worked on with Tyra. And that turned out really nice. It was one of those introspective paragraphs with her. So that worked out well. And then with Beyvox, that I told that from Trent's perspective. So it's the nice part about it. It's the beginning of part 2 in the Beyvox story. So that's really nice for me. I'm like, finally, I have a starting point for part 2. That's the fun part about the whole Draken saga, is that different things will pop up, and the things that pop up are super helpful. And down the road, they will, help me out with shaping the story. So now that I have a beginning for part 2, that's good. I don't have to worry about nothing else for a while unless something new pops up. So, yes, I told her from Trent's perspective, and it was, they were on board the Silverhand, a excess stock freighter, light stock freighter, in space on a pilgrimage looking for a new home. This is a year after the clan was formed, and they're on a pilgrimage to find, a new home. So they're stocked, and, everybody's getting kind of cabin feverish and whatnot. Trent especially, because he likes to be on the move. He doesn't like to be in a small space and shit, so he's kind of claustrophobic. What else did I work on with him? They were, let's see here, Raven, Tyra, and a few other Force users, were meditating to find their new home through a vision. And they finally found one, and using what did I use? Oh, I used the Wildlife of Star Wars book and the Old Republic Encyclopedia and Wikipedia to figure out where their home was going to be. Because I struggled with that for a while. It took me about, I think, a half hour, 45 minutes to find the fucking place. Like, that was the hard part. Like, building dialogue up was easy, but finding the home, that was the hard part. Because I know their home's going to be a mountain fortress, but I couldn't figure out, where. Like, there's so many planets to choose from, and it was in the Old Republic, so I'm like, where can I go? Where can I set up? And I settled on the castle lands of Alderaan, which makes sense. It's really nice because in the castle lands, there are Killick mounds, and the Killick mounds have been, repurposed for living and stuff. So it'll be interesting to work on that. And one of the big things that I touched on was how Tyra is an elementalist, and she's in touch with all the elements and stuff. So she, um, when she's in tune with the elements in nature, basically like Avatar and stuff. So she can speak to them and know how to make it work and how it feels and whatnot. So that was really nice to work in. I mean, all this is still rough. Like it's what I'm gonna have in the story, but I'm gonna expand on it a little more, so it makes more sense. Um, I also alluded to what Tomas's hair looks like now. Originally, it was black. Now it's midnight blue, which is his natural hair color. So, um, that was a nice change of pace for the story as well. Um, what else did I work on? So they set up in the castle lands, and Tyra said the best place to set up camp would be in between one of the Killick mounds and the mountain. And then, gradually move into both of them over time. So, right, I gotta still work on that yet. But it was nice to just, get that laid out and stuff. But also having the conversation between Trent and Reef on in the cockpit of Silverhand, that was a fun conversation too. And also the fact that Trent is a Mandalorian who wears royal purple armor. Um, and he's a Jedi, so, well, former. It makes him more interesting, and I might actually get one of my friends to do a commission for me and draw him up, so I know what he looks like. So that's what I got. I'm happy with this. So, like, the excerpt is turning out really good. I just don't know where it's gonna stop in terms of. That's better. Itch on my foot. I couldn't get it to stop itching. There we go. Better. Yeah, I don't know how long this excerpt's gonna really turn out to be. It might be 5,000 words. It might be less. I don't know yet. It's still early, so I don't know. But I'm happy with how it's turning out. It does feel jumbled because I haven't written in a week, so my head's like, eh. And I even told Bella, I was like, I haven't been able to write for a while, so it's been hard, and I'm like, I don't know why I can't write. And usually I, boil it down to I'm just, scatterbrained and hooked on binge watching shows and shit, so. Yeah. And my sleep schedule's kind of fucky, but sort of normal again. So, yeah, I'm happy with the progress. I don't know. I'm frustrated with Endgame because, it's a new story and it's at the beginning stages, so it's not even nearing where I want it to be. So it's taking a while, and it's frustrating for me. It happens with every story I write. But working on excerpts for Beyvox, that's nice. Having just like that random tidbit shit pop up, and also excerpts for Endgame popping up as well. That's helpful too. I mean, any excerpt helps because that gives me, that takes my mind off of where I'm at currently to flesh that part of the story out and post it. That's one. Oof. That way, I can come back to it later on or sooner and put it in the story properly. So, cool. So, that's what I got for today. Oh yeah, I worked on the excerpt from 2250 9:58 p.m. to 1:53 a.m. this morning. So that was nice. Oh man. And then Endgame worked on from 22:46 to 22:26 to 22:49. So last night. So yeah, proud of where I'm going with this, and it's working out well. So yeah, hopefully I can get more fleshed out and have more, detail and stuff. See how it goes. So I will be back later on with a show review. So stay tuned.